What is that, Vine? Say something, let me say something.
Let me tell you something.
My name is Isabel. This is Gus. And we're gonna read 100 pages every day for the next week of my life. I have never done this because I'm scared. So we're gonna do it. It is a Thursday. Timing, weird. Do I care? No, I feel like starting today. That's it. Y'all, I actually think I don't like this at all. I've drank half of this sliced dirty soda strawberry flavor. And I do think I hate it. And I'm done with it. So I'm gonna have some water. I am in the middle of one book right now, Bear Town. And it is a lot. It is weighing on me mentally a lot. It's hard to read quickly, but I'm working on it. So I kind of want to just start a new book and do 100 pages of the new book, because I just don't have it in me to be like mentally destroyed by Bear Town tonight. I will say, I was thinking about this challenge earlier and I was like, oh, I should start an audiobook. Unrelated, because I'm not going to be counting audiobooks towards this. But I was like, oh, Shield of Sparrows. That's been on my TBR. I put that on my May TBR. Like, let me get into that. Turn on the audiobook. I mean, the most obvious first like couple chapters, right, are happening. And I mean, this isn't a spoiler, but if you don't want to hear what happens in the first couple chapters of this book, don't listen to me. Basically, like, this guy comes and like her sister is supposed to go be his bride, but instead the guy shows up and he's like, I want her, as in the main character. And then after that whole ordeal happens, she's so like shocked that she falls to the ground onto her knees. And that's when you lost me, because she didn't seem that shocked. She didn't seem that like bamboozled, right, guys? It was a little weird. She didn't seem that bamboozled until she fell onto her knees. And I mean, listen, there's a lot of things you could tell me that happened that I would believe. Fell to your knees is not one of them. So I'm not gonna continue that book. Probably. Just because it was like pissing me off. I'm also in the mood for romance more than anything else these days. I would love to read that Carabas Stone book. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it anywhere. Let me go get my Kindle. Yesterday I did finish Lost in Overtime, which I actually loved. Who is this by? I don't know. But I loved the writing, genuinely. It did make me cry. It's by Claudia Burgoa. I wonder what else she's written. The book she suggested at the end of that one to read was giving copy-paste of the book I had already just read. What did I say her name was? Claudia? I know it was Burgoa. Do I have a lot of things in my Kindle library that I could read? Absolutely. Do I want to read any of them? Not really. I kind of want to read a physical book, but I don't have any physical books that I want to read. So that's how we got back to the Kindle. I'm hoping we can finish on like 2 books in this video. Logic says we could finish 2 books in this video, right? Like I said, I have a number of books in my Kindle library that I could read. Let me get back to you when I pick something, perhaps. It is warm as hell in here without the car running, so we need to make this quick. Let's start by saying this. It's Thursday, day 2 of this challenge. Yesterday, I started The Second Death of Locke on my Kindle, and I read exactly 100 Kindle pages. So, I also made it to exactly, I think, part 2 of the book, which was kind of bizarre. Page 101 was exactly part 2. So I'm at 24% of the way through, which makes sense. It's about 400 pages. So I'll do 25% of the book every day. Makes sense. That's my update about yesterday. So today I'm working, obviously. I'm on my lunch right now. So I don't know. I can't decide if I'm going to read in my car or up in the office. I wish there was a better place to spend time outside. I think what I'll do is go back up to my little cubicle and read in the cubicle, which is fine. It's just not ideal. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll keep you up to date as I continue reading. I didn't realize when I started this, for whatever reason, that I'm going to be out of town this weekend. So we'll see how my filming goes over the weekend, because I'm going to be very busy. I think I can read. I don't know if I can film, because here's the thing. I'll have enough downtime, and what I like to do with my downtime at my parents' house is read. And I'll be able to read on the patio. I love their patio. Oh my God. So maybe I will end up filming some stuff. Who knows? I'm gonna go back upstairs, make myself caffeine, and get reading. AKA Friday. The update is I read yesterday, once again, another 100 pages of The Second Death of Locke. I am actually loving this so much. It's been really interesting, so I'm really enjoying myself. I'm on page 200, which I think I updated last night. Wait, why didn't it save my spot? I quite literally read all this and I didn't save it. It's crazy because part 3 was on page 201. So I made it to page 201 and part 3. So I need to read another 100 pages today. I am flying to my parents' house tonight. That's like a 2-hour flight. I always think I'm gonna read on flights, and then I'm terrible at actually reading on flights, so I cannot leave all the reading to the flight because it will not get done. I will go to sleep. That's where we're at. I need to do some of it while I'm sitting here. But like I said, I'm really enjoying this. It is a fantasy novel in a world where magicians or magics and wells are 2 separate people. So there's a person who can do the magic and there's the person who has the magic, and they're separate. They have to work together to create the magic. So you have the male main character, he's the magic wielder, the magician, I don't know. And then we have the female main character, she's the well. And they're working together, and they're in the army in this large continental political war crisis situation, and it just kind of goes from there. It is a slow burn romance where it's like they've known each other their whole freaking lives, and even where I'm at, not much has happened between them, and the focus is not on their romance by any means, which I'm really enjoying. It's very plot forward, and I'm liking that a lot more than I would be if it was like focusing on them all the time. They're kind of an afterthought, more of a side note, I guess, is their romance, but it's like an undercurrent through everything is their relationship. I don't know, it's not constantly like the female main character being like, oh my God, and I love him, but I don't know if he loves me. Like, if that's not constant, which I really enjoy, because I don't have to hear that all the time. So that's where I'm at on this one. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to read after this one, because I will finish this in the 100 pages challenge. If I get to page 300, I will probably finish it tomorrow. So I'm gonna need something else to read. I guess Beartown, maybe. Finally finish that up, even though it's depressing. I can't read. I probably can't mentally handle reading Beartown in my hometown. So that's probably not actually gonna happen. I'm mentally not strong enough to do that. So I'll probably end up downloading something else for my Kindle for after this. Maybe I'll look around right now while I have some time while I'm working from home, but let's get on with it. Hey y'all, a couple days no chat. Let's recap. Today is Sunday. I got home a couple hours ago and I've been getting my life together since then. But let's talk about yesterday. I did read my 100 pages yesterday. I actually read 150 because I finished The Second Death of Locke, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know what I'm going to rank it yet, and I still want to do a more in-depth review clip, but I really, really liked it, and it had a lot of great representation in it, which I loved. So I have not figured out what I'm going to rate that yet. I'm more worried about right now, Sunday, 100 pages. I started on page 286 of Beartown. And where am I at now? I'm on page 304. So I think I've read about 50 pages of the 100 pages for today of Beartown specifically, because I do want to finish that book. I've been in the middle of it for months. Not that I'm not enjoying it. I am on a level. It's very heavy for me. I would definitely check the trigger warnings before you read it. I did not realize that was something I should have been doing. In all honesty, probably will not finish my 100 pages today. It is probably just not going to happen. Will I sit here and try a little bit? Yes. Maybe not, actually, because honestly, I can't with Beartown. I want to finish it so bad, but the mindset it puts me in is crazy. It's written so well, and that's the thing. It's written so well. I just think that, like, the content matter is not for me. I really think that. I don't know if I'm going to finish it now that I think about that. I'm not quite sure it's going to get done. Y'all, oh my god, it's Monday. We'll talk more in the morning. But I'm going to bed. I did not finish my 100 pages. I read 72 pages. And I'm so down bad with the allergies that I have to go to bed. Sitting up is actually right now even bad. I need to lay back down. So we'll check in tomorrow though. Welcome back. It is now Wednesday. We got to do some updates. We haven't talked in a while. I did read 100 pages on my Kindle yesterday. What did I read? I read 3 different things. Or actually 2 different things, because I could not figure out what I wanted. I started on my Kindle. I started both of these. I started mine by, I think it's by Mandy Muse. The concept I was into, the writing, there was like 1 too many grammatical errors. I had to put it down. I was like, hold on. These words all strung together does not make a sentence that makes sense. So I did put that down immediately. Well, not immediately. Actually, I made it 8% in. So not immediately. And then I picked up, this is crazy actually. This is a crazy title. I picked up The Care and Feeding of Meddling Himbos by, I think it says Kristen Lance is the author. This is a romantic comedy, MMF sort of thing. I read 57% of it last night. It also, not very good. It also, not very good. Hello, call me Mandy Muse, because I don't know grammar. It was also not very good. There were no obvious grammar mistakes though, which I did appreciate. So with the combination of those 2, I definitely read 100 pages. Less worried about that. I think I'm gonna do one more day today, and then we're gonna call it. Then it's been a week because I started on Thursday last week. Kind of sad because I did not finish nearly as many books as I wanted to. I wanted to finish 2 books, and I'm 19% through Talking at Night, which I don't even know if hold on. Roll it back, because did we even update on that? The second book I started was Talking at Night by Claire something. I can't read it because there's a little thingy in the way. By Claire Waverly? I don't know. But I started Talking at Night. I'm enjoying this book, but they are teenagers. I'm hoping there's a time jump, because I don't want to read about them as 15 forever. That's why I'm struggling to get through it right now, because I don't want to read about 15-year-olds. I just don't. So I think there is a time jump to the future when they're older, but I don't know for sure, and I haven't gotten there. So I'm 19% of the way through that, though I do want to finish that. I'm still 78% of the way through Beartown. That book is too much for me most of the time, if not all of the time. I did finish The Second Death of Locke. Now, I think I want to give that a 4-star. I will say that book is all the evidence a person needs that you can have representation in a book. Disability representation, queer representation, different gender representation, all of that. You can have that in a book, and it doesn't have to be the plot. It does not even have to matter. It can barely be noticeable. I swear to God, I got halfway through the book before I was like, hold on, does Kier have 2 moms? Didn't notice. Thought he just had 1 mom. Thought he had 1 parent and it was mom. No, he has 2 moms. Whatever. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. It was not integral to the story in the slightest. Every time I recognized there was like some sort of queer disability, any sort of rep like that, I was like, oh, this was so easy for you to do. Crazy how easy it was. I loved that part of it, and I also was so engrossed in the story. I think that's why reading 100 pages a day was also easier at the beginning. I loved the way the romance progressed. It was so chill. It was so backseat, and I loved that. I'm gonna give it a 4-star. If I was gonna go into detail, and I don't want to, it would probably be more like a 4.5 star. So that's where we're at with that. Like I said, I think I'm gonna read one more day today, and then we're gonna call it quits on this one. Remember when I said I was gonna do one more day? That reading did not happen. I did not read yesterday. So I think that's it. It's Thursday now. We're gonna call it quits. I did probably 50 of reading 100 pages a day. I probably was 50% accuracy on that, which is crazy. But I did finish one whole book, so I'm proud of myself for that. All that being said, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you would do all those YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment, it would mean the world to me. You can check me out over on TikTok. I am more active over there. I post more over there, so if you want to see more of me, that's where I'm at. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye.
La la